paid $3,600 for it, 2013 Ford Fusion. I bought it for $2,700. But that's how fast stuff works in this business, man. All right, so I'm literally about to pull up the CarMax auction right now as we speak. I bought 2 vehicles from CarMax Auto Auction, but one is locally and one is like 500 miles away. I gotta get it shipped to me. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up to the auction, show y'all what the back of it looks like if they let me go back there, and show y'all what car I purchased that I plan to rent out to gig drivers. And this car will make me $350 a week and $1,400 a month. If you wanna learn how to do this, DM me. I can hop on a call with you, explain to you more in depth how everything works. But yeah, let's get right to it. As you see, we made it to CarMax right here. Look at the beauty. But yeah, I'm about to run over here. Well, I've been here before. The auction's on this side behind the dealership. I got my cashier's checks to pay, but I never purchased a car from this auction before, so it is a little bit new to me. Now, I will tell you a little bit more about CarMax auction and why it's so beneficial here in a second, but let me try to find where I have to go. So this is what the back of the auction looks like. Not a typical auction, but the thing about CarMax is all their cars are pretty much green light, which means all these cars you buy, unless it has an announcement, it comes with a guarantee. And this is a vehicle I bought right here. I ain't gonna lie, I got way more damage than I kind of expected because I bought it sight unseen. Yeah, I knew about the paint, but this looks like dirt, but I didn't realize that the bumper was this bad and all that. But I mean, it's a Toyota. Inside definitely needs a detail and stuff like that. I might have to rent this out for like $300 a week. It is, and then this too. I'm gonna see if some acetone can get that out. It might be able to. But yeah, I'll show y'all more outside the auction. Okay, so this is the Corolla I got. It's been about 2 weeks now. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks a lot better than what it did when I first got it. But look at this hood. Like, that was all kicked up with dirt. The bumper was hanging. The hood had a whole bunch of dirt on it. Trunk had dirt on it. Now it looks a lot better. Even got the car detailed, which the seats aren't the best. Which I told them not to shampoo the seats because I'm gonna put seat covers on them anyways. But got a steering wheel lock on. Got the car detailed. Looks really good inside. There's a bunch of stuff back here, but it got a detail in the rear as well. Gonna throw some hubcaps on it, make that look a lot better. And this car came out pretty decent. It is an older looking car, even though it's a 2011, but it looks like it's like a 2003. But I might honestly just throw this one out there for about $300 a week to like a DoorDasher or something. And you know, it'll still make $1,200 a month. That's pretty good on a car. I paid like $3,000 for this, something like that. So it's still a pretty good deal, a return on investment. All right, y'all, so I just bought a car at the auction by accident, but I actually drove it and it's not too bad. It only has 40,000 miles on it. And the interior is extremely filthy, but I drove the car and it's not too bad. I have no clue what that is. Like I said, the car wasn't too, like, it drove well. I paid $3,600 for it, 2013 Ford Fusion, 2.5 liter with only 50,000 miles. But right now I got my mechanic. He's about to do an inspection list on the vehicle, make sure everything is good with it, the fluids, brakes, all that type of stuff. You know, we'll see. Hopefully this car turns out. All right, so y'all, I just got this car detailed. It's not perfect. Y'all saw how bad it was before, but it looks way better than it did before. So like I said, I'm still on those seat covers. They got the car pretty good. But yeah, all it needs, I'm about to go and get the tire installed on the side, and also going ahead and getting a spare key made. But I'm gonna show y'all the tire real quick. Whoever had this car before, yeah. This car might have actually turned out a winner, so we're gonna see. Keep in mind, I bought this car on Monday. It got delivered yesterday, which was Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I already got detailed, I already got clean, I already got inspected. The only thing I have to do left with this vehicle is literally get a spare key program, get a kill switch installed, and right now get the tire put on as well. And that's all I have to do with this car. That's literally how fast. And it makes it crazier because this car I bought by accident. So I did get lucky, but that just shows you how fast you can get a car up and running for private rentals, especially if you're not kicking rocks and shit like that. Literally less than 5 days, you can get a car fully up and running. So today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it to the kill switch stop. I'm gonna go ahead and get the kill switch installed. After that, I'm gonna still drive the car for about a week myself, just to make sure it's like fully like good to go. Some cars, man, they'll drive good, do well, and then randomly they'll just start acting up. After a week, if it's good, it's going out to a renter. I already got the bouncy installed, the tracker, just the kill switch and the tires. That's it. That's how simple it is. If you don't know already, what I'm gonna do with this car is rent it out to a gig driver. Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, Grubhub, Spark, drivers like that. That's who I'm renting the car out to. I bought the car for $3,600. I'm renting it out for $400 a week. It only has 50,000 miles. So this car will last a very long time. And I technically can put it on Turo too, but I'm just not going to because I make more money on private. And people all the time is like, man, I'm scared to go private. When you buying cars this affordable, your worst nightmare is not even that serious, because let's say worst case scenario, Lord forbid, the first person I give this car to, and obviously we have the right insurances and protections in place, But let's say the first person I give the car to, they total it, they get in an accident. How much am I losing? The max I possibly can lose on this car is $3,600 because that's what I'm into the car at. So that just shows you why there's so many people doing this business model. And if it's something you're still scared about, man, we can hop on a one-on-one call. I can answer any questions you got. But I have now a 27 car fleet. I wouldn't continue to grow my fleet if this business didn't work. So that's proof in the pudding right there. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to y'all when I get to this tire shop. All right, y'all, so I just got the front right tire installed. The heat shield is like dragging. I went on the expressway, I'm like, what the hell is that sound? I'm gonna see if I can get it to do it right now. It's loud. Right when y'all wanna look, man, it don't wanna cooperate. But yeah, it's loud. So I'm just gonna have my mechanic take it off. I went to the junkyard to grab a replacement for it, and then I'm just gonna get it swapped out. Other than that, the car drives fine. I've driven it quite some time and it drives quite fine. But yeah, man, this is really a dub in the books, man. No risk, no Rari. You ain't getting one if you don't take no risk. But man, it's been crazy. I'm glad that I caught a break because it's been a lot. So I just got the kill switch installed. I've been driving the car for about a week and it drives pretty good, amazing. Seats aren't perfect like I saw before. Gonna throw seat covers on it. Got the spare key program. This car doesn't need anything but to be clean and the little cosmetic stuff, then it's ready to go out to a renter. And that shows you how fast the turnaround this business is. Bought it for $3,600, didn't really have to do anything to it. And now it's better go out to a renter long term. I'm gonna go ahead and include this car in the video too. But this is a Honda Accent I got from the auction. Got these cars the same exact day. This one was a flip, more so rather than for my fleet. But it has like little cosmetic stuff, but I got a trick to get that out. This car doesn't really need much. I already drove it, drives pretty good, but it only has 75,000 miles. I bought it for $2,700 out the door, and then I'm gonna sell it for I got it listed for $5,000, but if I sell it for $5,000, I'll be surprised. So I might sell it for like $4,500, but it doesn't really need anything. I already got the title, so as soon as somebody comes and looks at it and buys it, I'm selling it. So and hopefully I can sell it this week, and I'll keep y'all posted. I got both of the cars right here next to each other. I'm about to see if I can get some of these paint scratches and stuff off. Usually acetone works, but it also strips the paint. So I'm gonna use this right here and see if it works. Yeah, I'm gonna see how good I can get it. So this is what it looks like now. Little scratches. That stuff obviously can't come off, but it's like actually paint that's missing. I'm trying to get off what I can. So really just those scratches right there. Being the first car didn't do much, because like I said, acetone's better for this, but I'm gonna see if it does anything to this right here on this car. And that's paint transfer, and acetone's literally better for that, but I ain't got it with me, so I'm just gonna see this. But it actually did make a difference here. It's hard to tell now I'm close on it, but it definitely made a difference. It's not perfect, but literally rubbing some solution on there, that definitely made a difference. The other side didn't do nothing, because like I said, this is paint transfer. So I'm gonna try to go get a bottle of acetone and use that to get it off. This car was a repo, as you see, from CarMax. So right now, I better go ahead and get all the stickers and paint off the dash. The windows. All you need is good old acetone, not acetone, goof off and a blade to get it off, and then I'll get you right. Go ahead and throw these seat covers on here, because these seats, like, they were really bad. They look a lot better now, but they're still not perfect. So seat covers definitely will go ahead and do the job for this. All right, so we just got a car wash on both of them. These cars look way better with the car wash. So you can see that scratch is kind of gone. That's still here. Looks way better. All right, y'all, so I just had somebody come out and look at the Hyundai Accent. She didn't buy it, which that's fine. She said she was gonna put a deposit down later today, but I'm not about to hold it or nothing like it unless, like, you know, get a deposit. And if somebody else comes and looks at it, they can get it. But right now, we better go do something else for the fleet. Stay tuned, I'll probably make a video about it, but one of my renters passed away. So I'm literally about to go pick up the car that he was renting and try to get the key that he has. Hey YouTube, I don't know where I left off on this video with this Corolla, but the car is pretty much 100% fixed. I know it's still got an oil leak, which that'll be fixed here soon. Gotta throw the hubcaps on it, gotta get the interior seat covers added. This is an older vehicle, but I'm gonna add seat covers in to make it look a little better, and I'll probably throw this out there for like $300 a week. You see, these are all the old parts, all busted up. But yeah, this car, I mean, it's a little old looking for me. I probably wouldn't get another one. It's an experiment. I'm gonna see if I can still get it out for $300 a week. And it's still eligible for Uber and Lyft. It's a 2011. It's still eligible for both platforms, so we just gotta see. But what I'm probably gonna do right now is try to get these hubcaps put on, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can get these headlights restored so I can show y'all the difference. But yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. So here's the difference. Took me about 45 seconds. That's the old one. This is the new one. It looks way better. So I went ahead and added the hubcaps. It makes it look a little bit better, man. But these cars, they look like this. They look so old because how boxy they make the car. Like older cars have this boxy look. The front isn't as bad, but the back is really bad. Even for the 2011 Camrys, they look a lot newer. I don't know why they made the cars look so old. This car's pretty much ready. Like I said, the back looks so boxy. That's what makes it look old. But yeah, we're gonna take care of all that stuff. We'll get all that right. But yeah, man, I'll get back to y'all when we go ahead and get this leak fixed and get the seat covers on. All right, so YouTube, I'm back in the Corolla. I tried to program the spare key, but it just wasn't working. So I'm gonna take it to the shop real quick, see if they can program it. I already got the seat covers in here. Gotta get the tint off the windows, this little residue. Gotta get some of this little stuff cleaned. Already got a renter picking up the car tomorrow morning for $325 a week. You know, it's pretty much guaranteed to go out. He already put down a deposit for the car, not a deposit, but like a holding fee, $50, so he can guarantee his rental. But that's how fast stuff works in this business, man. Both of the keys programmed. This is the spare key program, and here's the original, both programmed. So now I'm about to go ahead and, so I might go to the car wash in the morning, but what I'm gonna do is go back to the house, get these stickers off, get this residue from the tint off as well. Then I'll take it to the car wash in the morning, so it's like fresh right before I take it to the renter. But other than that, this car is ready to go. All right, YouTube, so here's the finished product with the vehicle, man. It looks a lot better than what it did before. Got the hubcaps, just cleaned it. Scrapes and stuff, for the most part, got them all up. Got all the scrapes up as well. It's not a perfect car. You know, it does need a little loving, but it's about to go out for $325 a week. As you can see, the inside is cleaned as well. This car is clean, and I even added Apple CarPlay in here. That's just a value add. If you watch my other videos, you see when I have cars that are a little older like this, I'll add a simple CarPlay in there just to have it look a little newer, make it a little easier for the gig drivers to operate and stuff like that. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. At the end of this video, I'm gonna do a breakdown of how much I paid for the car, how much money I put into the car, how much time I put into the car, how much the car's gonna produce on a monthly basis. I probably said it already in this video, but this car will make me, it's like $1,300 a month this car will make. So that's pretty good for a car that I think I paid like $2,000 something for. To make $1,300 a month, that's kind of insane. Now granted, I did put some work into it. That's probably a big cost itself because it had oil leaks, it needed struts, it needed damn near everything, which is common because it's an old vehicle. So I'm not really tripping about that, but to make $13 a month is pretty insane, you ask me. Now, do I teach other people how to do this? Yes, I do. So if you've seen my videos or seen other people's videos, or if you're still doing Turo and you're trying to figure out, man, like, I want something better, I want something different, I literally can teach you exactly how to do this A to Z. A lot of people overcomplicate it, but it's really not that complicated. Now, what you can do is you can book a call. The link should be in the description to speak with me directly, and I can go ahead and talk to you and see if you'll be a good fit. But yeah, man, I'm stoked to go ahead and get this car out to the renter. But I meet him in about 30 minutes to get it out. Without further ado, I'll get back to y'all. I accidentally purchased this car 10 days ago, and now I'm on my way to drop it off to a renter for $400 a week.